Okay, folks, in this video, we want to talk about how to create our recipe collections and how to edit them. So we're in the WordPress dashboard and we go up to WordPress Recipe Maker and we go to Manage. And this is the part for managing our recipes. I've quite a lot of different recipes and different templates and things here that I was using for testing. So we need to go up here to features and we need to go to saved collections. So I have different collections here, but we're going to go through what the different settings here do, and we're going to create a collection. I'll call the collection for TUTORIAL. So that this might seem a bit confusing at first, but I hope after a few tries that people will understand it, because we have different buttons here for add item, remove items, columns and groups, and show nutritional facts. So I'll cover it again later on, but you can turn off the show nutritional facts along with a lot of different things in the shopping list generator. It really depends on your niche. If you're just sharing simple recipes, people might be so concerned about nutritional facts, but people are getting more concerned about wellness and all that stuff. It's a very growing industry. And so if you're running a membership site, a fitness site, something like that, like, of course, just showing nutritional facts is going to be essential. But let's get started on this anyway. We'll explain all this. What we want to do is we'll go there, actions, columns and groups, and we'll go edit columns, and I will add another column. And so the thing is, I want to change recipes there. I'm going to create what could be a 5 or 7 day plan. So I'm going to go Monday, Tuesday, Tuesday, and I want to go a column for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's how that goes. So we want to remember now that we have columns and groups. So the groups is down here. So we will go WD, NES, Wednesday, THUR, Thursday, FR, Friday, SAT, or Saturday, Sunday. Now the thing is as well that you can let your users, your recipe box members, create their own collections as well and create columns and groups themselves. So that's a bit more advanced, so I'll cover that later. We just want to get the basics of how we will set it up on our end for them to use, and we'll explore those other features later. So now we have groups, and a group will appear in each column. So we're going to see this now, that if I put dinner there, okay, you can see now that we have a calendar for 7 days and we have one meal there. So if I go to stop editing, okay, and go back to actions, and if I go back to, we see now that we have a new feature here called add item. So, and we have search recipes, and we can we can add an ingredient, actually, add a custom recipe, or add a note to it. So I'm just going to search recipes for the start. So I have hummus there somewhere, and it says click to add. So there we are. So what we can do is then we can create just a dinner recipe for the 7 days or 5 days, or maybe even longer. Maybe you're doing a meal plan for a month, okay? But it's mainly the layout of the columns and groups that I want to cover. So what if we want to give them more meals during the day and not just dinner? You see, the thing is as well, folks, that depending on what niche you're in, you can give them variations. You could even create meal plans for special occasions for, I don't know, like a long weekend at Christmas, New Year's, Valentine's, all those occasions, anniversaries, birthday parties. If you're doing birthday parties, there's a feature there like to add notes. So that you could add like notes if you were doing it. That would be more like a planner as well as the recipes. That you put in notes like that you're shopping for, party hats for the children's birthday and stuff like that. So you could do tons of stuff like that. It's not just like a fitness and stuff. So okay, so I have hummus there. Search recipes. I put the recipe in. Now I want to put in more. I want to go back here, and I want to go back to columns and groups. And so these are the columns, Monday to Sunday. And then I want to edit groups. So I'm going to put in another group for breakfast. But now you see we have a problem that our breakfast is below dinner. So if we go to stop editing, we get a little 2 lines here, and we can drag it up like that. It's as easy as that. We can fix that problem. And so when we go to add more groups, we want to put in lunch, and we want to put in ideas for snacks. SNACKS. So we will go stop editing. And so there's the thing. Some people have dinner in the middle of the day, and they would just have a light snack in the evening, lunch, a small tea, and that. But most people, I think, here in Ireland anyway, have their dinner in the evening, and they could snack, between meals during the day. So we have that done. So to go back, we have that there. So we have created our collection. Now, the thing is as well, you can fill this out, especially if you were promoting, if your audience, the niche that you're in is fitness, you're going to be more so giving people the recipes for the week, and you could even be running a program, a fitness program or a weight loss program, something like that. So the thing is as well that if you just have a food blog, like some of the big food blogs, you're not going to be into fitness then. So you're probably not going to be putting all the recipes here in this. Then you're just going to be giving the people a blank template that they can fill out, and they can actually go over your website. Here's the website I have for the tutorial, and you can see here they can go through your website in that situation, and they can just click there, save to the recipe box, and they can pick the collection they want. So they can save the recipes to a favorite section and then build meal plans for the week from all their favorite recipes, if you have a lot of recipes on the site, of course. So we can go inbox like that and then go to collections. But hopefully I've explained that right. So the difference between, you build meal plans for people. You could have people on special restrictive diets, of course, allergies, diabetics, people allergic to wheat, gluten, all that stuff. I'm an ex-chef myself, as I mentioned before, so big interest in all this stuff, in helping you guys to help your people make better culinary decisions. So here we are. We want to save this collection, and we want to go back here. So the next thing I want to explain is these black buttons up the top here. If you don't know about this, that you could get a bit frustrated about how to use this. So look at the options here, quick add default, and the thing is, folks, if they're not clicked in, those options won't be there. So if you're looking for the option to quick add whatever and you don't see it here and you've read about it or heard about it and you can't see it, or you're not sure how to bulk edit is available in all the screens, folks. So that's there. So folks, you want to be very aware of that. And now I want to explain what default and push to all template and quick add do. We can actually roll over it here and it'll actually tell us. So if we enable this, it'll be a default collection for new users. So, and Brent has said there, does not affect those who have used the collections feature before. So that means that when people sign up, it'll be in their recipe box for them. And that's the thing. You want to give people templates and a couple of plans to get started and some tutorials as well. And I have all that. So the next thing now, this push to all, this is here, enable to push this collection to everyone using the collections feature. It will affect both new and existing users and add this collection to their list. Now, it's important what they have there as well, that it'll be a collection to their list. So when they say list, it will appear on the list here. Okay, so that's there. So I will actually do this. That's for new users. Push to all, that should appear now. And so the thing is, you could use the push to all if you're doing a fitness program. You could say to your users, every Friday you're going to get a new meal plan to go shopping into your account if you're running a membership site. And then we have a template here as well. And so to do a good explanation here, that a template could be, I have some here, 5-day, main meal a day template, and I'll do that there to show you, and enable to make this save collection show up as an option after clicking add to collection. This would usually be an empty collection with a specific structure like empty week plan. And that's what I'm saying about, you could give them a 5-day blank plan, a 7-day plan, that just blank templates. And I have explained here, I have 1 meal a day, or give them 3 meals a day, the way I have it there. And then the last thing is quick add, enable to make this save collection show up after clicking on add pre-made collection. Can be used to give users easy access to meal plans you create. Now, the difference with that and push to all is, push to all appears in the list of collections, but the quick add, I will put it here, and that comes up as an option. It doesn't show up in the list. Okay, so there we go. See the way we have collection for tutorial, and when we go in, it's there now. So and as I said, you could you would, if you're using push to all, you would be giving them a set menu, probably running something like a fitness program, something like that. Possibly that's what I think at the moment, because there's so many features and so many options in this. But push to all, yeah. So default is when a new user starts. Push to all shows up in the list, okay? And we have the template. So that's here, folks, edit template. And when we go add collection, we cancel. Maybe I have to log out and come up again, edit collections, add collection. No, but the template should be, it should be coming up, where is it? It's there, 5-day. It should be coming up as an option when it goes to add collection. Maybe I need to log out, log back in. And then we have the quick add. So that didn't show up either, folks. The quick add. But it should be add collections. No. It didn't come up as an option. I probably have to log back out or log back in. It could be because I'm logged in as the user, or it could be, I meant to say this as well. This is very, very important, that if you go into edit a collection, say you have a collection here in people's accounts and you go into it here and you edit something, say you take an option out like that and you save it again, sample menu for Father's Day, down here you have to reload the recipes because they're stored in what's called the cache in the website, the memory. So what you see here is the old version, and if you don't update that, it means that it won't show up in the people's accounts, that there'll be a problem. So I just want to check down here. I'm using Beaver Builder, of course, to build my pages, and sometimes the cache in Beaver Builder can also affect the cache in the recipe collections. So I want to see now, edit collections, add collection. No, it's not coming up. Maybe you have to log back out and log back in. But hopefully I'll have to figure that out. But hopefully I've covered everything now and you have a good grasp of getting started with the recipe collections. Okay, thanks very much, folks, and see you in the next video.